What's up, everybody? Welcome to our YouTube channel. We got Soda over here. We're gonna be putting up a fence today, and then we got AJ over there. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, leave a like if you like this content. If you find this educational or helpful, please leave a like and leave us a comment below. So this channel will focus mostly on fencing, landscaping, sprinklers. So if you're looking to DIY your own fence or any of your landscaping, follow this channel, subscribe, because this will help you. And if you're in the Salt Lake City area, and if you need help with your project, you know who to call. So today we're putting up a 6-foot cedar vertical fence. This post was set yesterday, and then we're putting up the fence today and staying it. This is not a big of a project, but you might be able to learn some stuff. Putting up the rails. The top rail is at 6 feet. So the reason why we put it at 6 feet, because if you see this old fence right here, this is not as bad, but if you see right here, there is about a foot from the 2x4 to the top of the picket, which is fine, but for me, I want it 6 feet, so that way when we shoot up the pickets, it's not gonna warp, so the pickets will sit on top of the rails. I'll show you in a little bit, but this is how we do it. And also, if you look at our 2x4s, we shoot it straight to the post. If you see right here, instead of running it in between with brackets. And the reason why we don't use brackets, because brackets are about not even an inch. So when you shoot it to the wood, if you use screws, sometimes it tends to crack, and then over time that will just fall off. And that's the first thing that always goes on a fence that we worked on, is the rails from the brackets, because it's got rotten, and then the bracket, so wood shrinks and stuff like that. So it's either the post that goes or the 2x4s coming loose from the brackets. So we shoot it in front of our post right here, so that way it avoids that, and also it holds the post, and it makes a very sturdier and stronger fence. And then we'll just run the wood in front of it. So we're shooting the top and the bottom right now, and then we'll just measure the middle bit in between, so we can run one more rail in the middle of the fence. So also, this post is, every post is set 2 feet on the ground, because this is a 8-foot post. And then you're just wondering why is this one sticking out, because of the ground level. This part right here is higher, so from the ground level to the top of the post is 6 feet. So after we put up the fence, we'll cut the top off level with the top of the rail and give it that clean finished look. So we just finished putting up the middle rail. So this is what we have. We have 3 rails all the way over there. So we're shooting up the fence right now. We'll put it in our pickets, and this is what it kind of look like in the top, where the board's flush with the top rail, and then we shoot it all the way. And before you send me a message saying why not screws, well, screws are too, sometimes we use screws and it cracked the boards. And also screw, if you over tighten the screws, sometimes too much torque will break off the top of the screws, and then the board will come loose. But with these stables, this is 1 3/4 inch long stables, and these cedar ports a little bit over 1/2 inch, like maybe 5/8. So it has a lot of stables inside, and if you can see it on top right here, it's a lot cleaner look and then seeing screws and nails on top. Also, the benefit of this is you can shoot it as close as you get to the side, so it doesn't warp when it heats up and stuff. So that's why we use the staples. And also when it expand and shrink, the wood tends to do that when it's too hot, it shrinks. So this will stay in there even more tighter. When you're building a fence, custom made fence like this, every 4 to 5 pieces of wood, you bring your level in and make sure that everything is level. As you can see here, show this up. If you see this right now, we need to open up a little on the top to have it level. So instead of opening one board and then make so that way we'll level, do about 3 or 4 with a small cap. You see this? Instead of having it flush all the way like this, we just, and then instead of doing one big one, we'll just do a couple of this. And over time, instead of having one big gap, over 3 or 4 pieces, it will be level. Then put your level at it again, and you see it's almost level, so we need 2 more boards. Just open up the top, make sure the bottom is, and that's how you get rid of that problem, because it always happens when you're custom building a fence. Assembling a fence on site is some of the boards warp and stuff, so that's a way to fix that issue.
I be working hard all day and night to get my dough. I'ma make it so they know me everywhere I go. Lately I feel life is moving so damn slow. I'ma make it to the other side, that's all I know. Working hard all day and night to get my dough. I'ma make it so they know me everywhere I go. Lately I feel life is moving so damn slow. I'ma make it to the other side, that's all I know. Working 9 to 5, yeah, I'm just trying to chase the pay. I'll be on the block to punch the clock like every single day. They call that the daily grind, and much more I can say. Ain't too many opportunities that come around my way. Running it up, too much ain't never enough. I got some sisters and brothers that live in the struggles, I'm helping them up. Doing it right, just need a bed for the night. There enough food on my plate and the music I make, I'll be feeling alright.
So here's a little trick when it comes to putting closing a fence into the side of the house. You gotta get the permission from the owner first before you do this. Instead of setting a post right there, you can use concrete bolts and bolt a 2x4 into the house. This is a lot more sturdier and stronger than a post sitting there, but you gotta get permission from the homeowner to do that. So then you run your fence just like that. Saves you a post and a bag of concrete. Same over there. So we're just about done with putting up our fence right now. Right now I'm staining the back side of the fence. This is the stain that we use, bare waterproof stain and seal penetrating oil. It's going to be a cedar natural tone. So this is the fence right there, and my guys are just closing that side of the fence. And as you can see, this is a very good fence. That's why we said that we're going to put the rail on top, so on the inside it's going to still look nice and clean, instead of having the rail and then about a foot of fence on top. So this is got a good neighbor fence. Both sides you have the smooth side and it looks nice, and then on the back side it still looks nice too. So, and this is, I already stay in this section of the fence right here. I got a sprayer and I just spray this in. That looks really nice. So
give me one chance, I'ma take it. Built from the basement, taking my time, yeah, I'm patient. Still I don't waste it. Every day we know it's sacred. Never been basic, making my way up the slave ship. Taking a trip and then straight to the bricks, so you know that we stay in the mix. Pray for the fiends, yeah, we making them lean, cause you know that they craving the fix. Life from the desert, despite all the weather, we ain't seen a day of the drought. Making it count, cause they pay my account when they keeping my name in their mouth. That cause I know, that be what's feeding my soul. Long as I got all my family around me, I'll never be on the cold. That's how it goes.
So we just finished putting in the stain for the fence. Huh? Are you leaving the stain with him? Yes. Okay. That layer of stain. If you're putting up a wood fence, this is a must, because it's an investment and this protects your wood fence. Hold up. So that protects your wood fence from getting rotten and protected from the snow, especially in Utah we get a lot of snow. So every 3 years you put in a layer of stain and will hold a nice new look fence for a very long time if you apply your stain all the time. Sorry, we are done, yeah?
Done for today.
2-day jobs, set the post yesterday. Just to run down on the materials for those that are interested in what we used. We use a 4x4x8 pressure treated post, and then we used 2x4x8 pressure treated wood for rails, and then we use cedar. Those are cedar pickets, and then we use semi-transparent penetrating oil. And the color is cedar neutral tone, semi-transparent, to stain it, and this is 2 coat of the stain right here. Okay, so this is Bill Miller. So what do you think of our service performed?
It's been excellent. You're the ones that got back to me the fastest. You showed up the day you said you would on time. You showed up the second day on time, which is something you don't see in contractors too often.
Yeah.
You said it would be a 2-day job. It's 4 o'clock on the second day and everything's done, but the stain needs to dry, and that's it. It's beautiful work. I'm very, very happy with the job and you're consistent with everything you did.
Thank you, and thank you for allowing us to build this fence for you. And I think that's a good feedback for us contractors, that there's no job that's too big or too small. So whenever your clients call, you got to get there and get them a quote.
Well, when my wife decides what she wants to do with this backyard, besides the fence,
Yeah.
I'm going to call you guys to come back, because this has been great. It was a good experience. Thank you.
Okay.